up, y'all? It's Alexiana. Welcome back to my channel. Now, I know it's late and whatnot, but I decided to beat this mug, put on these earrings, comb my fro out, put on this outfit, and decided to film a video and stuff like that. And in today's video, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be telling y'all about my top 5 WTF what the moments. And I have a lot of them, child, and stuff like that, but I'm just going to tell you the 5 that stick out to me, so let's get into it. Now, number 1. This actually happened earlier on in the day and stuff like that. Let's rewind back to like 1 or 2 a.m. So a bitch couldn't sleep, and I decided, to come in my living room and stuff like that. And I was just scrolling on Instagram because I was bored. And I came across the Shade Room. If you don't know what the Shade Room is, I'm going to insert the Instagram handle up here and stuff like that. They be posting all kinds of crazy stuff and whatnot. And they had posted a video, so it could have been the Shade Room or it could have been somebody else, but let's just say it was the Shade Room. So the Shade Room, they had posted like a video, so I did. Like I said, they be posting like all kinds of crazy videos. They had posted this video of this girl. She was eating a sandwich, and let me tell you, yeah, it was a real pretty black girl and stuff like that. Like, she was caramel colored, like she was real pretty and stuff like that. Like, sis was making her a sandwich. This girl put ranch dressing. Ranch dressing, y'all. Ranch dressing on the sandwich. She put ranch dressing, like, I'm telling you, sis had literally had drowned the bread in ranch dressing, put lettuce on it, onions, tomatoes, I think, ham, pickles, little bell peppers, chips and stuff like that on the sandwich, cut it in half and stuff like that and ate it. I mean, she only took one bite of the sandwich before she cut the camera off, but yeah. I'm like, girl, what the fuck? Like, either A, you did this to go viral, or B, you have some weird pregnancy cravings. And to all the women that are watching this that are pregnant and stuff like that, like, I'm not bashing you with your pregnancy cravings and stuff like that. Do you? I'm not trying to bash anybody, but I'm just saying, like, that's a weird combination. Like, ranch dressing on a sandwich? Who does that? Like, this fool put, literally, like I said, she literally, if you seen the video and stuff like that, sis literally had drowned the damn bread and stuff like that in ranch dressing, put lettuce, tomatoes, onions, ham, chips, bell peppers, and pickles and stuff like that on the sandwich and had ate it. And I'm guessing it's nasty because I was reading some of the comments and stuff like that, and a lot of people said, I'm guessing it's nasty because she only had took one bite of the sandwich before she had cut it off. Like, either A, you did this to go viral, or B, you have some weird pregnancy cravings, because that's just weird. And when she took a bite of the sandwich, man, the damn ranch dressing was seeping through the damn sandwich and on her fingers. There was so much ranch dressing on that bitch. Like, I'm sorry. I think she just did that to go viral or something like that. Or maybe she's pregnant and has some weird pregnancy cravings. I don't know, but I'm sorry, but that was just a little nasty. But it was entertaining though, but whatever. That's one of my top, that's one of my number 1 WTF moments. Let's fast forward now. Number 2. We're going to rewind back to 2015, 2016. If you've been following me for a while, if you know me in real life, you know I used to work at McDonald's. And I was the maintenance man. Basically, I helped keep the restaurant clean and whatnot. Sometimes I worked in the kitchen, but my main job was, just being the maintenance man, cleaning up the restaurant and whatnot. So on this particular day, I was just doing my thug thizzle, just cleaning up the restaurant and whatnot. And there was this white lady, she had pulled me aside and saw that. And some customers knew my name and some didn't, but this is one of the customers that knew my name. She had pulled me aside. She was like, Dontavius, come here. And I was like, yeah, what is it? She had pointed to a guy and stuff like that. It was a black guy. She had pointed to him. She was like, and he wasn't facing her. He was turned around talking to his friends and whatnot. And she was like, can you tell that man over there to pull his pants up? And the man she was talking to, it was my cousin on my daddy's side. And he had his hat turned backwards and stuff, kind of to the sideways. His pants were sagging and whatnot. Kind of like a lot of young boys do in this generation. She pointed to him and had told me, can you tell that man over there to pull his pants up? And politely, I told her, I'm sorry, I can't do that. And then just walked away and then just went on about my business. But in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, lady, who the hell am I to go to another grown man and tell him how he can and can't wear his clothes? Like, why would I do something like that? And let alone, let's just say if I did listen to her and stuff like that. Like, say if I did go to my cousin and be like, hey, cuz, that lady over there told me to tell you to pull your pants up. He probably could have cussed me out and been like, man, fuck that bitch. I do whatever the fuck I want to do. I'm a grown man. Like, not saying he would have said that, but the conversation easily could have went left. You know? Like, my thing is, lady, you obviously have a problem with how he's dressed. How come you don't approach him? Instead of asking me to do it? Like, like, why would I do something like that? Like, who am I to tell another grown man how he can and can't dress? Like, when I was working at McDonald's, like, I seen girls coming down with little cootie cutters on and stuff like that. Did I say anything to them? No, because it's not my place to tell you how you can and can't dress. And there are guys that came down with saggy pants. Did I tell them how they can and can't dress? No. I remember there was one time an Amish family came in, a mother and her 2 or 3 daughters. To me, when the Amish family had came in there, the mother and her 2 or 3 daughters, I thought it was cool how they dressed. But did I make a comment about how they were dressed? No, because it's not my place to tell people how they can and can't dress. When I go to work and stuff, I just go there, make my money, and just go on my merry way back home. Like, it's not my place to tell people what they can and can't do in their personal life or tell them how they can and can't dress. Like, I don't do that. So, yeah. Number 3. Now, this had happened, I want to say, a couple of months back. I remember my homegirl that does my hair and stuff like that. I remember she was doing my hair. I think either she was putting some braids in my hair or something like that. I can't remember. But I remember I went to Tata and stuff like that to pick her up and stuff like that so she could take me to her friend's house to do my hair and stuff like that. And on our way there and stuff like that, we had stopped to the McDonald's in Tifton. And I remember, I forgot what she ordered, but she had ordered like a single cheeseburger or something like that. And I remember she had got her order and whatnot. Get this. They remember everything she ordered. But get this, y'all. These people had forgot to put the meat on her burger. Like, how the hell do you forget to put the meat on a sandwich? I mean, I can understand if somebody forgets like pickles or onions or ketchup or mustard, but the crucial part of a sandwich being the meat, you forgot to put that on a sandwich? Up to this day, I talk about it with my sister and my friends at work all the time. I refuse to believe that that was an accident. They did that on purpose just to be funny. Because there is no way in hell you forget the most crucial part of a burger. Up to this day, I feel like those people did that as a joke. And I remember my homegirl, she had showed it to me and stuff like that. And she was like, Duntavis, look at this. They had forgot my meat and stuff like that. And I kind of laughed it off because it was kind of funny to me and stuff like that. And I was thinking about telling her to go back in there so I didn't straighten it out, but no, we were in the drive-thru and stuff like that, and I needed to get this hair touched up like real quick and stuff, so we just went on about our merry way and stuff like that. But I just want to say, like, up to this day, I just refuse to believe that that was an accident. There is no way in hell, anybody with reason, logic, and common sense is gonna forget the most crucial part of a burger on accident. It was on purpose. Y'all did that just to be funny. Like, there's no way. And take from someone that used to work at McDonald's that often don't work in the kitchen, I may forget to put like maybe lettuce or maybe onions or pickles and whatnot on the sandwich, but the meat, bitch, that is a must. Like, I'm gonna remember to put meat on the burger. Like, come on now. That had to been on purpose. That was not an accident. They did that as a joke. And plus, McDonald's have a tendency to be fucking up people's orders anyway, so whatever. So, I think we're on number 4 now. We're going to rewind this back a little bit and stuff. This was back when I was working at a chemical plant. And let me explain the chemical plant that I had worked at. There were 2 sides to the chemical plant. There was the dry side, which dealt with dry chemicals, and there was the wet side that dealt with wet chemicals. I worked on the wet side. And my boss, well, I'm gonna say my boss says, because it was a husband and a wife. They were two Spanish people and stuff like that. They were and still are the most bomb ass bosses I've ever worked for. Like, they are so bomb. So bomb. Like I said, it was a man and his wife, two Spanish people. They are like two Spanish people and the wife's sister. Like, they're some the most bomb ass Spanish people I've ever had to work with. Anyways, yeah, like I had said, I had worked on the wet side and stuff like that. And they had a tendency to be bringing in new people like left and right and stuff like that. And I remember there was this new guy that had started working there and stuff like that. We're gonna call him Shorty McShort. To my if you don't know who that is, you're too young. But to my OG Disney Channel fans, you know exactly what I'm referencing and stuff like that. You know exactly what I'm talking about. We're gonna call him Shorty McShort. And when I say he was short and whatnot, like, that nigga was short and stuff like that. He was like 4 foot whatever, stuff like that. Like, that nigga was short and stuff like that. Like, he was light skinned and stuff. He was kind of cute, but he was kind of a little hothead and kind of a little gangster anyways. Like, he was kind of cute, but he wasn't my type because he kind of was a gangster and stuff like that. But anyways, and so I feel like I should do a whole story time about him because, like, he kind of sort of had me a little bit fucked up. But I don't know. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. But yeah, he was kind of a little hothead and stuff like that. And yeah, he worked on our side a little bit and stuff like that until he had applied to be a forklift driver and stuff like that. And I remember we were, I think we were all cleaning up. I don't think on this particular day we had much to do and whatnot. And I remember we were all just cleaning up one day and stuff like that. And I was just, just minding my own business cleaning up. And he had pulled me aside and stuff like that. He was like, "Hey, come here." And he was like, get this is what he had asked me. He was like, "Hey, do it scare you that you can get HIV?" Well, let's say he said along these lines. He was like, "Hey, does it scare you that you can get HIV and whatnot considering the lifestyle that you live?" Excuse me? And I had said, like, well, no, like, I just use protection and whatnot. And he had said the reason why he asked because he has a brother that's gay and whatnot, and he's HIV positive. Let me say this. To everyone that's watching this and stuff like that, this right here is a public service announcement. I'm fixing to say it right now. Take it from a gay man. You do not have to be, better yet, let me say it like this. That right there is one of my pet peeves, is how people associate HIV/AIDS with being a gay male. Let me be the first to tell you, you do not have to be gay to get that disease. You do not have to be a gay male to be HIV positive or get AIDS. A guy can get it from a girl. A girl can get it from a guy. There are those junkies that share needles. You can get it from a blood transfusion. You can get in a fight with someone that's HIV positive and stuff like that and open a sore on their skin and blood touches blood. Like, you can get it that way. There are so many ways you can get it without sexual contact. And like, that's that shit that really pissed me off. You do not have to be a gay male to get that disease. Let me be the first to tell you, you do not have to be a gay male to get that disease, which not just HIV/AIDS, but any STD. Not just HIV/AIDS, but any STD. It's not a gay thing. It's an anybody can get it kind of thing. That's any STD in general. It's not a gay thing. You can get it any kind of way. It's an anybody can get it kind of thing. Like, take the rapper Eazy-E from the 80s/90s rap group NWA. Insert picture here. He was 100% straight and 100% straight heterosexual male. Simply got HIV/AIDS from having sex unprotected with so many different women. Like, that's a prime example. So yeah, like I didn't go off on him and stuff like that. You know, I keep professional in work settings and whatnot. And I just basically had told him and stuff like that that, you know, I'm not afraid of getting that disease because I stay protected and whatnot. So yeah, that's basically what I had told him. I went on about my merry way. But again, I'm debating on should I do a whole story time about him? Should I not? Because like I had said, like I mean, we're cool now and stuff like that, but before he had me all the way fucked up, so I don't know, maybe I will, maybe I won't. But yeah, that's one incident. Now, number 5 for the grand finale. Let's see here. What are we going to talk about now? Oh, we're going to take this all the way back to 7th grade. Once upon a time, not too long ago, yours truly was in 7th grade. I was like, what, 12 or 13 at this point and stuff like that. And I remember I had a class with this girl and stuff like that. We're going to call her Coco. We're going to call her Coco and stuff like that. And even back in this day and stuff like that, I already knew I didn't like girls and stuff like that. And I remember my dad had just got us a new... I remember my dad had just got both me and my sister a new cell phone and whatnot. And, you know, I was just going around, you know, asking people that I genuinely fuck with and stuff like that for their numbers to put them in my phone and stuff like that. And the girl that was in my class, Coco and stuff like that, I had ended up getting her number. She had wrote it down and gave it to me and stuff. And like I said, back in this day, I even knew I didn't like girls and stuff like that. Like, I was just going to talk to her on a friendly level, just talk about, la-di-da-di-da, panty-anty shit and stuff like that. Just keeping it on a friendly level, nothing flirty and stuff like that. Like, off and on, she texts me back and stuff like that. I didn't flirt with her. I didn't call her beautiful. I didn't say I wanted to get in her pants or anything like that. Like, just on a friendly level and stuff like that. And to me, she was a very beautiful girl. She was a beautiful chocolate girl and stuff like that. But like I had said, I didn't have a crush on her or anything, I always kept it on a friendly level and stuff like that. Like I said, sometimes she had text back, sometimes she didn't, but, whatever, it is what it is. We was just talking as friends. So I remember I was at home, and, I was in my room. I was either writing or doing my homework, one of the two. And, this back in the day when we had flip phones and stuff like that. I had a flip Verizon phone and stuff like that. I remember I had it sitting on a stack of books and stuff like that while I was, was doing my homework and whatnot. Or writing or whatever. And I remember my phone had lit up and Coco's name had came across the stream. And I was like, what the hell is she calling me for? Like, do she want to talk about homework? Is she trying to flirt with me? Like, what is she calling me for? So I picked up the phone. I was like, hello? And on the other end, it wasn't Coco. I want to say it was her father or whatever and stuff like that. I couldn't make out what he was saying because he sounded like he was either drunk or high. All I remember him saying was, blood squad, hey, don't be calling them no more. And after he said that, I hung the phone up and deleted Coco's number. And I remember I had told my dad about the situation, so I did how that girl Coco, I had thought the girl Coco was calling me, but it was actually her father on the other end. He had kind of got mad at me and stuff like that. And my dad told me, like, hell, you shouldn't have handed me the damn phone. Hell, I want to told him, hell, motherfucker, instead of getting on my son ass, you need to tell your goddamn daughter not to give him the number. And my dad literally had said that. My dad literally said that. Like, my daddy was and still is a gangster. Like, my daddy will tell you like it is and not think twice about it. He always speaks the truth. That's why I love him. And yeah, he literally had said that and stuff. And looking back on it and stuff like that, who's to say old girl could have left her phone laying around, her dad looked through it and stuff. You know how some parents is, they have the mentality like, oh, if I bought you the phone and whatnot, I have the right to look for it. It's just as much mine as it is yours. They have that mentality. Some of them have that mentality. Back then and probably now they have that mentality. And that's what I think. She probably left her phone laying around, looked through it, and probably confronted, was like, hey, Coco, who this boy named Dante was texting you? And she probably could have lied and was like, oh, I don't know who that is, daddy. And then called the number and then did what he had to do. or maybe she wasn't even there and probably left her phone with her parents and stuff like that, and he had looked through it. I don't know, but yeah. But after that happened, I just hung the phone up and deleted the girl's number. See, looking back on it, I should have handed my dad the phone, but it's a good thing I did it because, like I said, my dad is blunt as hell. He will tell you how he feels and not think twice about it. And I hate for him to cuss that man out something awful and then shit goes awry. And like I had said, the man sounded like he was drunk or high. He probably want to meet up and fight my dad. That shit easily would have went crazy and there would be animosity between me and Coco at school. And I didn't want that. So it's best for me just to delete the girl's number, move on with my life, and just forget about it. And when I went to school the next day, like, Coco didn't say anything about it. I didn't say anything about it. Like, I just washed my hands clean of the situation. I mean, looking back on it, I should have handed my dad the phone, but it's a good thing I did it. So, yeah, it is what it is. So, yeah, I think that's all 5 and whatnot. But I'm not saying I was going to do my top 5 WTF moments, but I want to give y'all a bonus one. So, for number 6 for the grand finale, this is the bonus round. So, I remember, again, this was back when I was in 7th grade. And, you know, we always went to lunch with my math teacher. We're going to call her Miss Larder, because to me, she favored Allie Larder from the 2010 movie Obsessed. By the way, shout out to Allie Larder if you're watching this. You did your thing in that movie, girl. But anyways, yeah. We're going to call her Miss Larder. And in 7th grade, we always went to lunch with her and stuff like that. And on this particular day, I remember I was sitting, like, I want to say, in the front of the cafeteria, kind of by where the lunch ladies were and stuff like that. I remember it was me, my best friend at the time. It was a little white girl. We're going to call her Dee Dee. Some other boy in our class and stuff like that. And 2 or 3 other girls. And I remember, you know, I was just sitting down, you know, just eating my lunch, just minding my business and whatnot. And Dee Dee's friend in the class, we're going to call her Camille. I graduated with her. We're going to call her Camille. She had came over to our table and stuff like that. And, you know, her and Dee Dee, they were, you know, having their little girl talk. You know, she was whispering something to Dee Dee. Dee Dee had whispered something to her back and stuff like that. And I didn't think nothing of it. I'm thinking like, oh, whatever, girl talk, whatever. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And Dee Dee had turned to me and had told me the joke that Camille had made up. It was some kind of joke that went like, if you ain't got some shit, I don't know. If you ain't got something, I don't remember. But I remember Dee Dee had ended up telling me the truth. She was like, oh, by the way, we were talking about you. And basically they were making jokes about my junk. They was making jokes about my junk and stuff like that. And Dee Dee had said something along the lines of, you seem like, let's say she said something along the lines of, you seem like you're in your beginner stage, but it's okay, or something like that. Basically, they were making jokes about my junk, saying it was too small or some shit like that. Looking back on it, it's kind of funny, but alright. Now, I ain't trying to make none of y'all girls and boys horny watching this, but I know what my junk looked like. And even back then, my junk was far from small. It's not too big, and it's not too small. It's just an average size junk. So, yeah, like, I just want to put that out there, so like that. Like, if she tried to make jokes like that, I looked at my junk plenty of times in the damn mirror, so like that. And my shit is not too big and not too small. It is just right. Goldilocks and the 3 bears up in this bitch. Not too big and not too small. It is just right. So, yeah, I remember, you know, her telling me that and stuff like that, and it made me feel some type of way, but I eventually had brushed it off and stuff like that. And let's fast forward to after school. I remember I had went home, had told my sister about it. And I'm going to say word for word what my sister said. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. This is exactly what my sister said. If you watching this, sis, comment down below if you remember saying this, because I remember you said this word for word. I told her the joke that Dee Dee and her friend Camille had made and stuff like that. And my sister was like, why they worried about what size dick you got? Like, girl, like I had said, even back then I knew I didn't like girls. And even if I was interested in girls, honey, we have never slept together and stuff like that. So why are you worried about what size peen I got? Like, that's none of your business. Like, the fuck? But you know, we were kids back then. You know, kids say and do crazy things. Like, a lot of shit went down my 7th grade year. I feel like I should do a separate story time about that too. But yeah. So yeah, that's just about it for this video. That's just about it for this video. Like always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to insert my social media handles over here as well in the description box down below. So feel free to add and follow me on those. Also, don't forget to turn on notifications because you don't.
What's the point?
So anyways, peace out.